Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Saturday. This is Game Day Live, coming to you live from American Whiskey in the middle of Edison Place. Where the Devils take on the New York Rangers. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. A little bit shortly, Chico Resch of Devils Hockey Network will be on the big stage, presented by And Crew Brew. And Crew Brew. I forgot the slogan now already.
It's delicious and refreshing.
Yeah, buy a tower today. Buy a tower today.
Buy a tower, man.
Buy a tower.
He goes down smooth.
Am I muted, Sam?
I don't know, are you?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
now
there.
I'm not muted.
You're wearing Chico's mic. That's the
whatever.
problem.
All right,
All right. All right.
So,
Hey,
all right.
Vinnie.
Parise from Chicago, Illinois. What's going on, Vinnie?
Join our crew today and drink And Crew Brew, where we make winning memories together, one crew at a time. And Crew Brew.
Cheers, brother.
Let's go, Devils.
That's the copy that we
Cheers.
need.
That's a good cheers right there.
Yeah, seriously. We got to give Vinnie some beers out there in
Yeah,
Chicago.
Vinny. How are we going to do that? We got to figure out a way to. I know you can't mail it directly, right? You can't mail
we'll
beer
figure it out.
directly, but we'll figure it out.
So, Vinnie, how are you today?
February for the Stadium Series will be here before you know it, too. So
Oh, my
I'll just-
gosh.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Stadium Series.
You know, it's funny because Shorts
Yeah.
Guy was just talking about like how we're prepping ourselves to get ready for the outdoor game because it's not cold. It's a little chilly. It's not cold. But I look over at this guy and he's still wearing shorts. And
I didn't get my nickname for nothing.
No, exactly. And
Oh, my
I
gosh.
said, well, you're committed. So
I am
it
committed.
could be like negative 5 degrees out with a wind chill of negative 30, and you got to do it.
And I still got to do
You
it.
better not be wearing pants at the Stadium Series.
Don't worry, I'm
The
not
Devils
wearing
are gonna
pants at the
lose-
Stadium
The Devils
Series.
are going to lose by 9 if you wear pants.
Well, at this point, the way the Devils have been playing recently, it doesn't matter what goes on. They could win or lose. But, yeah, no, I painted myself into a corner. I'm wearing shorts in that game. Don't worry.
Well, the last time we did the big stage for Devils Rangers was end of Game 7.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
For Game 7, end of Game 7, and the viral videos that was on Instagram happening right where we're standing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Devils fans mocking the Rangers goal song,
Oh,
which I
yeah.
think was pretty funny.
I love seeing that because I hate the Rangers. That's the
Hate
one
'em.
thing that I hate is
their
the
guts.
Rangers.
Hate them so much.
Yeah.
And you know what? It drives me crazy because like when we walked
Oh,
up.
hey, I know this guy.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, it's the one and only Chico Resch.
Well, how about this?
Stepping over the ropes like a wrestler.
Seriously, Chico?
You got the whole crew.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
all
we're
here.
here.
I texted you and you didn't think.
Oh, well, I wasn't sure about his schedule.
I
And,
have two
Yeah.
small children, so sometimes it depends on
yeah.
Good. How are you? Good to see you.
Yeah, you guys been doing okay. Are you still doing it, 5-6 times a week?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we're actually live right now.
Yeah, we're live right now.
Chico Resch, everybody.
Chico Rush.
Oh, Chico.
Oh, good to see you guys on a great night, huh?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Devil
You know-
Ranger night. It's
Well, I know this isn't the Jets and Giants or Yankees or Mets, but in hockey, this is the biggest event in hockey.
I love it.
Okay, because there's no teams. We're only 6 miles
I know.
away from that other rink. So I just love the Ranger Devils game. We used to play like 6 times or 8 times.
Yes.
I wish it was more. I wish it was more.
Yeah.
I enjoy it when it's more.
I know, and
I-
the fans want it to be more.
I will say though, this might be the best. This might be the best rivalry in the area because you said Jets Giants. Yeah, they don't like each other, but it's not really a big. Yankees Mets. Yeah, they don't like each other. This is we're in the same division. We're in
division.
the same.
Yeah, I'm talking about numbers.
Oh no, I
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
I know,
no.
but this, and I don't think it gets enough credit to how much of a rivalry this really is. You know, when you think about hockey, especially like Detroit and Colorado,
Toronto.
Toronto, yeah, and Montreal and Boston.
Well, you know when it becomes a real great rivalry? When the Devils win in the playoffs.
Oh,
and I feel for the Ranger fans. They're going to have a lot of questions they're going to have to answer tonight. What happened last year? Really, when you think about it, they got beat 4-5 times after winning the first 2. They got shut out twice.
Yeah.
Panarin didn't get a goal.
No.
You know, and Shesterkin was good, but they don't want to address what happened. But I would say what happened, you better look at, because I don't care how good your start to the season is, it's not going to help you in the playoffs.
Nope.
Unless you figure out what went wrong. And quite honestly, I don't really know. Except we lose the first two. Who would have thought the Devils were going to
I know.
And the way they won, you brought up a great point, getting shut out by Akira Schmid. It wasn't like it was getting shut out by an established goaltender who's been around the NHL for a long time, who's got the pedigree. It was a young kid who stepped in because the Devils needed to make that change, and he stepped up big time.
He did, and the whole team stepped up. I mean, the first two games weren't the Devils.
Chico, we got to switch out headsets.
This was not working?
I guess not.
Sam, I gave you all that time to figure it out.
We had such a great conversation.
Seriously.
Nobody could hear it.
Yeah, well, I heard it. That's all that matters.
We heard it.
I heard it. Vinnie heard it. That's about it.
Hi, Vinnie. How's everything out there in Chicagoland?
Good, Chico. It's all going good over here. Hoping the Devils get a big win over the New York Rangers. I'm a little less nervous than I was last time we spoke ahead of a Devils-Rangers game, talking about the playoffs last year. I'm a little more composed. I'm not going to say it's not a big deal, but it's less of a big deal than last spring. I'm excited for tonight.
Well, you guys, here's the deal. Like, the Rangers are 12-2-1. They've had a great start.
Yeah.
And I've heard a lot of people say it's their 1-3-1 system. Well, we're going to see tonight. But here's the good news. The Devils are coming off their best team game of the year.
Absolutely.
And it's not to one or two players. Like, I don't want it to be Jack and Nico. It's a team. And that's what they're learning. The Devils are learning how to win as a team, and that's the best thing that can happen.
And I think that's what they really needed. They needed a game like Pittsburgh when they didn't have Jack, they didn't have Nico, they didn't have Timo. Like, that's the type of win that they needed to show that the team is capable of winning without the big players.
Yeah, and that's the system. Because in the end, it's the system.
Yes.
It is the input of the players, but the system does have a bearing when you're going in the playoffs. 4 rounds. You can't just win one.
I know.
And so I think I wanted adversity for this Devils team this year. I didn't want them to cruise through like we all thought they might. Like they're going to score 8 or 10 goals if everybody's healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, I got caught up a little bit in the offense. But no, you've got to have a system. And I think Vitek, I think, is going to play tonight. And, he's been terrific. People blame goalies. I said, okay, well, who should we get? Oh, Shesterkin. Oh, no, he lost in the first round. Let's get Vasilevsky. Oh, no, he lost in the first round. Let's get Hellebuck. Oh, no, he lost in the first round. And then the Boston goalies win the Vezina. Oh, they lost in the first round. So let's not, it's only, come March, if we need to improve our defense or we need to do something, in goaltending, fine. But right now, let's just enjoy the players, right, and evaluate them. And tonight, just have fun. I just hope it's competitive. That's all.
I watching the Penguins game.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Miller. Well, obviously they had 7 defensemen, but did you think Miller made that much of an impact in the lineup?
No, he played well.
He played really
well.
But
no. Not one player. That's what I'm saying. He hadn't played. He was fired up. I talked to him after the game. He's fired up. He wanted to play. He wanted to establish himself.
Yeah.
He did that.
He did.
But now, as we know, again tonight, I don't know what they're going to do tonight, whether they're going to go with 7 because they didn't skate this morning. They practiced yesterday. But here's the one thing. You think of the positives. Devils, power play. Yeah. You lose Jack, you lose Nico. It still functioned pretty well.
Yeah.
That was a good sign because that's a system.
Toffoli.
Yep. Huh?
It's just Tyler Toffoli has just continued to be really great on that power play.
Well, he gets the puck from people, so it's him. He struggled for a while. I talked to Jesper Bratt before the Pittsburgh game, and I just said, Jesper, okay, how many shots you got? Because I look at shots, and Zach Parise taught me that. Not that Vinnie, but anyway. So
his cousin. It's his cousin.
It's his cousin.
Vinnie's cousin Zach.
Yeah. But he said, I like to get 3 or 4 a game, and he's good enough to do it. So I said, Jesper, how many shots you got? I don't know. He says, I think 30. Nope, you got 29. I said, how much does Tyler Toffoli have? 49. That's 20 more shots.
Yeah.
And I said, I was a goalie. I know. I gave up 1,600 goals in my career. I know how to give up goals. I know guys that can score. And I said, Jesper, I know you're not a shot-first mentality guy, but like Scotty Niedermayer told me, if I'm facing the guy with a puck and he shoots it, Now, I have no idea where it went off the goalie, where it went. But if he turns up and he, is just going to hang on to it, I can see who's coming. I can see him. Players don't like when they shoot the puck. Like a guy. And I said, Jesper, your shot is really extra special. And here's the other thing I talk. I'm not saying I won the game in pitcher. Don't get in that. But I had a long
We'll
time.
give you credit, Chico, if you want. We'll give you credit.
But I talked to
Coach Chico.
Curtis Lazar.
Yes.
And I said, you scored 2 goals that were really, they were goal-scoring goals. Yeah, but I said, don't think like that. Because if you can only score 5 or 6 goals, under 10, they're going to say, no, he's good, but we're going to look for somebody else. So I said, Curtis, start thinking like you can score. He scored, I think, the biggest goal of the game. Bad angle.
Yes.
And he ripped it. And I'm just saying, I think even in the NHL, guys can get into patterns where they're just doing things that don't enhance their ability to score. And that's why I love a lot of shots. Remember early on, we're getting 40 shots a game. And we had 31, I think, in Pittsburgh. But let's get it back up there and
Just shoot.
Yeah.
I know at times, because I said, like I said to Jesper, and Jesper's not that, but I said, as a defender, the shot sets up the pass. Because if I don't think you're really going to shoot it, I'm saying, I'm kind of playing physically, but I'm looking for the pass. And I think that's what happened with Lazar's goal. Mm-hmm. I think Jari thought, because Curtis looked across, excuse me, can he go around?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I got a banana.
I know.
This is bananas.
This is bananas.
I'm just saying, come to this side. yeah, that's part of the rules of you don't go in front of the guys.
I know.
It's okay. But I'm just saying, we're trying to make this show top shelf. But anyway, so all I'm saying is shots set up the passes.
Yeah.
And it's not the other way around. And you know what? Biggest thing with Jack Hughes, he's shooting the puck way more than he did his first 2 years. Way more. And that's paying off.
And, and one of the things, too, the Penguin game, it felt like a get-right game. It felt like one of those games where it was like, okay, they struggled, they lost 3 in a row, but they did everything they needed to do, and everything was – and even the players were saying after the game that was the best 60 minutes that they played.
Okay, let me ask you this. Why do you think that happened? See, I'm not a what happened guy. I'm why. Why that game?
So
what do you think?
I think maybe they got to the point where they were like, all right, let's trust the system, trust what the coaches are telling us, go out there and play the way we know how to play, and not have to rely on the big time play or not.
That's part of it. You guys, I don't know what you do in your life. Do you go to your job like with a little bit of fear that you could lose it? I can't hear you, Sammy.
We're teachers, so we're tenured, so we don't have to worry about that kind of stuff.
Well, that's bad.
I could halfway.
I know a lot of teachers. If there's no, I know you are.
I'm kidding.
No,
kidding.
My point is, in the NHL, if there's no fear in your game, you will not play as hard. You won't. So I'm thinking, okay, they come into Pittsburgh. Listen, guys, Timo's gone. They've won 5. We've lost 3. Sellout. They're going to come hard. If we don't play well, we're going to get lit up. People underestimate the fear. Now, too much fear is bad.
Yeah.
Right? Because then that paralyzes. But you need enough fear that, you got to make a difference if you don't play well. And I just thought we played desperate with fear and with some confidence, too.
And it felt like Eric Holla was really that strong voice that was really standing up and saying, we know how to play.
You got to stand up in
and
this play. You got to stand up.
Yeah,
Someone's got to stand up and do it.
Yeah, and
he's got to do it on the ice. He does. I've had great guys in the locker room. No, I'm trying to give you guys the inside on what really happens.
Yes.
If Eric Holla goes out there and does it, that motivates the bench.
Yes.
It's not what you say, and they know that. Like I always say, people say, he's older, but he's really good in the locker room. No. You don't win in the locker room. It starts there.
Yeah.
You got to win on the ice, and that's what I want from this team. And the thing I love about Jack knows that he can be considered one of the greatest players in the game. But if he doesn't win the cup, what are people say? Yeah, he was great, but he never won the cup, and that's why Jack is so driven to win the cup, and that's what I love about him. That's his number one goal, not just to be. A goal scorer.
So a question for you who's been in the NHL. The Devils have had the Penguins number the last couple of years.
Yes.
So as a team going in, kind of like the Devils where we needed a win, into a place where they've kind of had a team's number, does that factor in?
Yes.
Okay, because you've been there, so please explain.
It does, because how have we done in Winnipeg?
Not good.
No. It's
Not good. Not good.
And Winnipeg's
That's
had our
easy.
number.
Yeah.
The Devils have a hard time in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
And you wonder why, and you can't describe it psychologically, but it's got to be there. Like, I can't say to you, hey, be confident, and then that's enough. No, you gain confidence by getting it done. So everybody says in Winnipeg, come on, guys, we got to play better. These guys got to. It doesn't matter. You go out on the ice, you got to do it. And that's, don't get me wrong, the media, and I love the media, but we talk about the surrounding aspects of players in the game. No, the player doesn't want to overthink. Yeah. He's not thinking. I mean, he's saying, like, I talked to Vitek the other day. I said, you are a really good goalie. Don't let thoughts, because, we could all get negative thoughts. Don't let them come in, because they're not of what the truth is. And, Henrik Lundqvist was a great goalie. Yeah. But he even struggled with this, okay? Up and down, up and down. When about a third or fourth year into his career, I said, Henrik, don't tell us. The media, don't say when you're feeling blue or you're feeling down. Don't tell us.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't help you. And if you don't do it, they're just going to say, well, he wasn't confident. So that's what I'm just trying to, because Marty Brodeur, and I might have said this, I said, Marty, how were you always at such a high level? He said, here's what I would do. He said, if they scored a goal, which they did, and it was a bad goal, but Marty would never talk about his bad goal. I used to say, Marty, you got to take responsibility, but he never did. But here's what he would say. Okay, I'd figure out, maybe I was on the wrong foot. Maybe I was too deep. Like Jari didn't play well the other night. Yeah. So he said, I'd figure, what did I do wrong? What didn't I do? Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, I'm going to do that the next time. So he said, okay, I could let it go because I've corrected the problem. Yeah. And then he said, if like Jesper Bratt's shot, which nobody's going to stop, if it's a great shot, I give him credit. So I never get down. It's never like continues on.
And that's the one thing in my coaching career I've always told my goalies. You have from when you dig the puck out of your net until the next face-off to figure out what you did wrong, what you could have done better, and you move on.
Exactly.
And that is always, and I try to do that myself when I play too. It's like, you've got those 5 to 10 seconds, you figure it out, and you put it behind you, and you move forward.
Well, exactly, and you can't always do it, but you've got to do it most of the time if you're going to play in the NHL. And I think mentally most goalies do that are strong mentally.
No,
They don't beat themselves up. And, I mean, that's any player, and you can't, because Pittsburgh game means nothing tonight. I think it's going to be a great game tonight.
This is a game that means more to me than the Pittsburgh game.
Oh, yeah.
Vinny, what do you think? Tonight, more important than Pittsburgh?
Yeah, I would say it's more important than Pittsburgh. It was nice to take Pittsburgh down without 3 of your 4 best players. I mean, if you take Jack Hughes, Nico Hischier, and Timo Meier's production from last year, and it's like 200-plus points, you remove that from the lineup, and you go out and you beat a team who's on a 5-game winning streak. They have Hall of Famers at every position outside of goaltending. Pittsburgh, it was a good win, but you play against the Rangers at home. You get Jack back. I mean, we hope. That's obviously way more important. And you know what? The Rangers are ahead of you. You're chasing them. You're trying to push Pittsburgh behind you. You're trying to catch the Rangers. So, the standings don't really matter if you make the playoffs in the end of the day. It's about who's ready to play well. But, we saw that in the playoffs last year with Florida. But, I agree with you guys. I would say this Rangers game, it's monumentally important.
Okay, let's start with the Chicago. I'm going to ask each of you in 30 seconds or less.
Sure.
First of all, if the Rangers win tonight, what does that mean for the Rangers? That's going to be the first question. We'll go around. What does it mean if the Rangers win tonight? How important is this win?
Vinny?
For me, if I was a Rangers person and they beat the Devils tonight, it would be a step in the right direction for confidence. They would have beaten the team that took care of them pretty good last year. I know they won the first 2 games, but there was a lot of defensive breakdowns for the Devils and a strong power play for the Rangers that led to those wins. The Devils went a combined 7-3-1 against the Rangers last year and had their number all year long. If you're the Rangers, you want to break that.
Will it matter for the playoffs? Tonight's game, will it really matter? Okay, that's good.
It means nothing to them. They're already ahead of you in the standings, so they look at it and be like, all right, good, another win
Yeah, exactly. Give them a little bit of confidence, but it's not. How about?
For the Rangers, if they were to win tonight, it just means that they beat their rivals, but then they continue moving on. It's November 18th. It's not April.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's do one more question here.
Sure.
If the Devils win tonight, what will that mean for them? We asked both these.
I'll go same way. It's a matter of you beat the Rangers, you're keeping the hot play against them going, you took them down, and I do think there is something to winning without some of your best players that you will insert later that will make the team better. You put Timo Meier and Nico Hischier back in the lineup, they are better, so if you beat them without them, I do think it is a confidence thing. But you're right, Peter Laviolette's going to tell the Rangers it's on to the night. I think they play Dallas next, and then for the Devils, it'll be, on to the next game. Let's go.
Yeah. How about if the Devils win? What does it mean for them?
After going, losing 3 straight, that big win in Pittsburgh, which is like I keep saying is a get-right game. This would be like, all right, we're going in the right direction. If Jack comes out tonight and he has a strong game, it's confidence for him saying, all right, I'm past my injury.
Okay, that's good.
If the defensive play is strong, if goaltending is strong, that's a confidence boost for them.
Okay.
You're looking up at the standings, so if you beat a team that's ahead of you, it doesn't matter if they're the Rangers. It doesn't matter if it's anybody. If there's somebody that's ahead of you, that feels good for your team because you look at it as saying, like, all right.
I agree with you. No, but the one thing is I played. It feels better when you beat the Rangers. I'm sorry.
It always does.
It always does.
It always does.
Well, what do you think? And then I'm going to ask you each a question to finish this.
I think it's great. It feels great you beat the Rangers, and you revel in the moment of the night, and then tomorrow you go back to work.
Great. So, who do you think, which team will have the greatest carryover from winning tonight, the Rangers or the Devils? We'll start in Chicago. Just a one?
I would say the Devils.
Same.
Devils.
I just think, I'm not putting the Rangers down, but yeah, they can win, but how much will it really mean for them? I don't think, I know players, they're not going to carry this. They're not going to start strutting, yeah, we beat the Devils and whatever the date is. No. So it's just a really good gauge, I think, for the Devils more than the Rangers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They've been missing Adam Fox, and that hurts, but their defensemen.
They have continued on with missing players where we have stumbled, and that's you're right. It's for the Devils. This means more.
We're missing 2 centermen that are very important in.
Agreed, but the Rangers are missing a couple key pieces too, and they've continued to win.
Yeah. They're missing 2 players.
So for us, this would be a much bigger win, especially in light of how our record has gone versus how their record has gone in the last couple of games.
And so let me just say to you guys tonight as we watch the game, you're going to watch the game and get lost. But I'm hearing so much about this Devils system. And I love Peter Laviolette. He's been a terrific coach.
Oh, yeah.
But I am so anxious to see this 1-3-1. Now, when we won the Cup in '95, the Devils did, you could hook. I could hook you.
Yeah.
I could interfere.
Slow the game up.
Yeah, you can't do that now.
No.
So I'm saying I want to see how this 1-3-1 is really paying off. I think they're hungry. They got embarrassed last year. They're playing hard. But let's just see if it is a system. That's what I want to see.
Don't call it a trap. Whatever you do, don't call it a trap.
Well, yeah, that's
I'll
what
call
some
it a trap.
people are calling it.
Whatever.
I didn't have a problem.
It's cool to do it now. It's cool to do it now, but when the
Yeah,
Devils did it,
when we did it, it was boring.
it's
We were
boring.
ruining the
Yeah,
game
we
and
ruined
slowing
hockey.
it
It
down.
was. I mean, it wasn't the best hockey. It wasn't wide open hockey.
No, but we won.
We won.
We won the cup. That's it.
Exactly.
We won the cup.
That's
That's
all
what
that
matters.
Isn't that the bottom line? I don't care the system. I don't care who scores the big goals. You just want your team to win, and we did that with the trap, and that was Jacques Lemaire, and from the '80s they brought it and
Hey, we won the cup.
refined
That's
it.
all that matters.
That's
We
all
won the
that
cup.
matters. But we did have a lot of good players
Yes.
too.
Yes, we did.
You know.
And we had the right players at the right time and the right goaltender at the right time to handle the type of shots on goal he was getting for game. Because everyone thinks, and I know you've probably heard this too, and I've heard it, oh, you don't get a lot of shots on goal. It's easy. It's like, well, it's not always the easiest game to play because you zone out. And you have to be in that game. So it was the right players at the right time with the right system, and we hoisted a cup.
And that's a great analogy, and that's what each year is. I mean, if I said to you, who was the goalie for the Vegas Knights that won the cup last year?
Well, no, it's Aiden Hill.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll know.
Yeah,
You'll know.
yeah, we know Aiden Hill.
In,
But I'm just
in
saying.
10 years, it'll.
Or did we think Aiden Hill was going to be the guy? No.
No, we knew it. No one knew he was going to be the guy.
No, and that's
He
why
was like
I'm
2 or
saying,
3 when he was here playing against us.
Yes, exactly.
Darcy Kemper the
So
year
that's
before.
what.
Darcy Kemper, Niemi. I mean,
Exactly.
And we've talked about this before. It's recently in the league. The Cup winners are not winning with, aside from Tampa, are not winning with standout goalies.
No, and you know the goalie coach.
Oh, why are
Wade
we showing
Flaherty.
them? They got the wrong color on. Seriously, get out of here.
Yeah. Wade Flaherty's the goalie coach in Winnipeg, and he was showing me, but not last year, but up until that year, how many games the key goalie played before the playoffs. And the one I think was the highest was 57. Remember Marty's playing 70 and 60?
72. Yeah.
But
Him
now-
and Hopi had like the records for it.
Yes. So now they're saying the guy needs a break.
Yeah.
And you need 2 goalies, but you need the one guy when the playoffs start. Like Bobrovsky's had a very average stint in Florida.
Yeah.
But boy, did he come up big last year, and that's all.
And it's
It's
always
what you
that.
need.
It's who's got the hot hand, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yep.
You
Even
got to get
Bennington
hot.
when in St. Louis, because he wasn't the starter in St.
No.
Louis when they won the cup,
No.
but he had the hot hand, and when they won the cup, and then he made that run, it was, you know what? This kid came in and he just won the net, and that was it.
And that's what we need in the playoffs. You know, like
It's a tournament. It's a
and
tournament.
oh, you guys okay? You guys go tournament. I'll just go playoffs. Only because you know what the Rangers say. Yeah, they beat us, but they didn't do anything against Carolina. And
Well,
Carolina's
Shesterkin-
defense.
Yeah,
Well, no,
they were
but Carolina's defense played really,
They're really
well.
good. But Shesterkin even said, "Oh, did they win the cup?"
I know. I saw
yeah,
what
yeah.
he said. But here's the thing: is what did Carolina do in the next round?
Yeah,
They got
exactly.
lit. So
Exactly.
it's that
Yeah.
coming up big, and you don't
Don't
know
worry,
what's
I know
going to be,
him. He's fine.
huh?
There's somebody behind you. But like my point being, like one of the things that is happening with the Devils goaltending, and I wanted to ask you about this, is I feel like it's Vitek's net,
Yeah.
and Akira's the, I hate to say this, the 1B, right?
Yeah. No.
No,
He is.
it's fair.
But-
It's fair to say.
But do you feel that the Devils need one of those two to be like, I'm taking the reins and really assert themselves as the starter?
I think it's happening right now with Vitek. And Akira's a young goalie.
Yes.
Like
He's got
I
time.
remember
He's got
being,
time.
he's not upset. But here's what I'm saying to fans. Okay, Sammy, can you have me on in March before the trading deadline?
Yes.
Sure.
Then-
Oh yeah,
then-
whenever, whenever you want to come on, Chico.
You come on the
It's-
outdoor
no,
game in the freezing cold. In the freezing cold.
Yeah,
you
no.
can come.
But all I'm saying is, to people who are ripping on the goalies now, I get you want it all put in place. Let's wait.
Yes.
Okay, we
Yep.
get together,
Yep.
in March, and somebody has really fallen. Okay. Tommy Fitzgerald has made some great.
Yeah,
What's going on?
I don't know, grabbing on the stuff. Anyway,
Yeah, there's a lot of
Thank you,
distractions
thank you.
here, Sammy. Anyway, I'll let you guys go because that's
Yes.
bigger than me anyway. The distraction.
but no. So this is the one like our podcast. We don't rip on the goalies because we look at the whole game, and it's not the goaltender's issue.
Not yet. Not yet.
And we have fantastic goaltending. You know, they just VTech is doing it now. Mm-hmm. We know Akira is capable of it because we saw it last year.
Yes.
But myself knowing the position, sometimes it's just like you have to build back up to that play.
Exactly.
And that's what he can do. We know that he can do it. He knows he can do it. The team knows he can do it. He just has to do it.
And he has to do it by March, or
Yeah.
Tommy Fitzgerald's going to make a change. It's like, are we still on?
Yes, we're still
Sammy
on.
and I- okay, so it's like our defense.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone, but our defense has to raise the level.
Yes.
Because I talked to the guys in Winnipeg. They played Vegas the first round. They said, people don't realize, White Cloud, McNabb, Vegas had the best defense last year.
Oh yeah.
I mean, with Pietrangelo, we need a really, really good defense. So,
Yep.
I mean, but Fitzy, we got one of the best GMs in the business.
Oh, yeah.
Fitzy knows what's going on.
Oh, absolutely.
And in March, if things have to change,
He'll make those changes.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's the
So,
thing that I'm confident in him. Is he'll make those changes that are needed.
And in the meantime, we're just going to enjoy what's happening with the Devils because it's a fun year, especially when everybody comes back.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So thank you guys. I
Thank
better
you,
get up
Chico.
to the
Thank you, Chico,
booth.
as always.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
No,
so much.
it's
Thank
good.
you.
I know this was like the game itself. There were people trying to storm the stage, and they were Ranger fans.
I know, that's
Oh,
the downside.
Sammy went over here and was the
Bodyguard.
bouncer.
The old
Yeah, he was the
bodyguard.
bouncer, Sam. So I wish you guys the best and good. This is a great podcast. and
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Chico. We
Let's
appreciate
go
it
Devils,
always.
just like the podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
so much.
Chico.
Have fun
Thank you,
tonight.
Chico.
Don't get too nervous. Just have fun with it.
No, that's all we're going to do is enjoy it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chico.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, Vinny, we're back. You, me, Beer Baron, and Sam.
Yeah.
We just
fun.
got to start getting some predictions here.
Oh man,
Absolutely.
that's one of my least favorite things in the world. By
Well-
the way, like every time we do this, I might even skip myself, bud, because
Don't.
like every time, I
Don't.
can't take it. I can't take it.
Don't. I'm always wrong. I'm always wrong. Sam's always wrong. Sam's really always wrong. And Vinny
Yeah.
is. Vinny was right at some point in the season. So, twice.
Two this
You
year
know
on a
what?
6-2.
As we're trying to think about the prediction, I'm gonna pour myself.
Yeah,
Anchor
pour yourself.
Brew.
Yeah. All right, Vinny. So, what do we got predictions in the in the chat here?
Yeah, so the Devils beat the Rangers in a 7-game series last year, 4-3. I think we're going to pay homage to that by winning tonight's game by a final score of 4-3.
4-3.
I like
Okay.
that. All right. I think it's going to be a close one. I think it's going to be 5-4. Devils win. It's going to be tight. It's going to be back and forth, especially in the beginning. Team's going to feel themselves out a little bit, but
All right.
I
Well,
think it's going to be a good one.
I don't normally like to copy anyone, but I was going to say 5-4 as well. 5-4 Devils tonight. It'll just be nice to beat this blue
Ugh.
horde of people. I don't know what
Nasty.
Sam's prediction is. I don't know where Sam went. Sam is somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Sam's prediction is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of like 18-2, something like that. So, and actually we don't know where Sam is because Sam's got to end the podcast at some point. So we'll just kind of keep going because we're out here.
Well, Sam actually walked Chico back to the arena.
Ah,
to
okay,
make sure-
yeah. All right. So we'll just
make
keep
sure.
going. We'll just keep going
Yeah.
while we're waiting for Sammy. So, Vinny,
You want me
tonight,
to read some predictions from
Yeah,
the
let's-
YouTube chat?
absolutely. Let's hear it.
Yeah, so let me see. Morgan says 6-2 Devils. JP says 4-2 Good Guys, which obviously means the Devils.
It means the Devils.
Steve
Absolutely.
Engel says 5-2 Rags. I mean, what are we doing?
Steve,
Like, what are
Why
we
is
doing?
why
Steve,
is he
you're
doing
killing
that?
me, Steve.
Why?
kill me.
Chris says 3-2 Devils. Shane says 8-2 Devils. Max says 4-3 overtime win for the Devils. Beach says 5-3 Rags. Daryl says 5-3 Devils. Ramona
Okay.
Rice says 4-2 Devils. And Mike says 3-2 Devils. Low scoring affair.
Okay.
Got some Devils fans thinking
See,
the
but
Rangers
you know
are
what?
going to
The
win this.
low scoring affair,
That's
like I don't
upsetting.
think that happens anymore because there's a lot of like.
I know.
There's just
What? No.
but
You
gotta stop
got to
holding
you
on
got to
that.
back off
He's
there.
got to back off.
Yeah.
over there.
Oh man, too many Ranger fans around here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of Devils fans are. Hold on. Hey, what's up? Yeah. Can you give me a moment? Yeah. All right. Cool. Man. It's like the Wild West out here. This
Yeah, it
is
is.
wild. It's like the Wild West out here.
It's not even the playoffs yet.
So, by the way, my brother just texted me. My little niece Brielle said hello. So, hello to Brielle. If you guys are
Nice.
watching, I'm assuming you are, since Jeffrey texted you. So we all say hello. But yeah, this is like the Wild West out here. But this is great. This is the atmosphere we love to see.
Yeah.
This is November. The streets are packed. Unfortunately, there's too many Ranger fans out here, but that's fine. It's not our fault that they can't afford to get a seat in their own building because it costs
True.
$1 billion and their owner's an idiot. But again, I love the rivalry. Like we were
Yeah.
talking earlier, I love the rivalry, and this is just a good time. This is just a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude. You know what? Honestly, like, this is what makes the rivalry good.
Yeah.
You got people yelling at each other. You got people trying to chirp each other. This is what a rivalry is supposed to be.
Oh, absolutely.
Like if you come to a game and it's like la-di-da and everybody's like, hey, let's all have a good time. Like I don't care what team you root for. That's like when the Devils are playing Winnipeg and we're home.
Yeah.
And like Winnipeg fans show up and you're like, hey, nice to see you. You're from Winnipeg. It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold.
But this is what it's supposed to be about. Like,
Yeah.
there's supposed to be fights in the stands. I don't encourage it, but it's going to happen.
But if we got to get involved, we get
I
involved.
mean, you get involved, you get
Yeah.
involved. Well, like the old school rivalry of the NHL, where the Devils and Rangers used to play each other so much more, but now we only see each other 4 times a year.
Yeah, about that. Yeah, if we're lucky. Yeah, I mean, and some seasons, like we're only seeing Pittsburgh 3 times this season,
Which sucks.
which
that sucks. In my
the
opinion,
interdivision, like the interdivision games, you should have at least 4.
100%.
Yeah.
And especially, like all these guys here, like the one thing that you could say, it doesn't matter what team you root for, it's that hatred for each side. Like that whole, we do. We need way more.
Yeah, we really do. We really
Honestly,
do. Yeah,
like,
because
back in the day, 6 games, 6 to 8.
Yeah.
At one point, it's 8 games. We play the Rangers. Yeah, we play the Rangers 8 games, and that was the best. That was the best because that's when rivalries really started to heat up.
Yeah.
You play the Flyers 8 games, the Islanders 8 games.
yeah,
and
we
you
got to
would
bring that.
hate
Yeah,
each other.
yeah, we got to bring that back, and I mean that would be smart for the league. Like I know they want to spread it all out, but that'll be smart for the league if they bring back the number of games. Increase the number of games against your interdivision rivals, especially your regional rivals. Like this is a regional
100%.
rival.
Yes.
This
mean,
is-
listen.
Absolutely.
This is our
we have-
only
we have- I have
regional
to ask,
rival.
I have to ask a question because we have a bunch of Ranger fans here. Do you hate the Islanders more, or do you hate the Devils more? You hate the Islanders more. See? But that's what's great is because there's this little triangle of hatred.
Yeah, no, there is. It is
It's
a
a
triangle of hatred.
triangle
Although
of hatred.
I know what team I hate more. I hate you guys more. I hate you guys
we
more.
hate the Rangers. The Islanders, we look at it as like a little stepson. Like, we don't, sure,
Like a
whatever. The
I
Islanders,
would
whatever
say-
about the Islanders. Who cares about the
I
Islanders?
would say the Islanders are lower
And
than
the Flyers, everybody
Hurricanes
hates
and
the Flyers.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
somebody in
that's-
Seattle hates Flyers.
That is the one thing we all agree on is we all hate the Flyers. We all hate the
Hey,
Flyers.
listen, Philadelphia sucks.
Yes, because
whole city
I hate
sucks.
Philadelphia. I hate the city. I hate their fans. I hate their teams. But we can all say we hate the Flyers. We can all say we hate Philadelphia. Yeah, if we can all agree on one thing, we all hate Philly.
This might be one of the most Wild West podcasts we've had.
I think we've come to a common ground.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah, screw
the
the
United
Flyers.
Nations is very happy right now.
Screw the Flyers.
Yeah,
That's where we're at.
All right, predictions. What do you guys?
We
already
did it
did it.
already.
Oh,
Yeah.
we did it.
sorry.
I gave 18-2 for you.
Yeah.
19-2.
18-2. 18-2. Oh, you
All
want
right.
19.
I won.
Sam's predicting 19-2.
Hey, wait, real quick. Happy birthday, Danny DeVito. Danny DeVito.
There we
Happy
go.
birthday, Jersey's own Danny DeVito.
Also, happy birthday to little Nicky.
Happy birthday to little Nicky. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was inside. He was out here earlier helping us out. So, oh yeah, Vinny,
All
you want to do the readout for the beer again? May as well.
Yeah, let's talk about Ann Crew Brew. Make sure you drink Ann Crew Brew. Go get it at
Right
American
here?
Whiskey. Go get one of those. Go get one of those cool, tall
Tower's
things
empty.
with the gold light on top.
Yeah,
Isn't
look,
that
it's
cool?
empty
New
now.
Jersey Devils red. Certainly not New York Rangers red. We didn't make no blue beer around here. That'd be gross.
Yeah, no blue
Join our
lights.
crew today and drink Ann Crew Brew, where we make winning memories together, one crew at a time. Ann Crew Brew.
Yeah, if you had blue beer, it'd give you diarrhea.
And on that
Blue
note,
wine, on the other hand, sign me up.
Blue Hawaiian Boone's Farm.
No, if you had a beer and you're like, this beer's blue, diarrhea.
Want to thank all those tuning in. Come see us after the game for Devils After Dark. Thank you to Chico Rush. Till next time, let's go Devils.
Thanks for the banana.